Hey guys, welcome back to the Help Tech Show. Today what we're going to be doing in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys on how to get better internet for a cheaper cost. Now, how we're going to be doing this, we're not going to, say, oh, you're going to hack your internet like this, you're going to take this particular, didn't mean to do that, this modem box, you're going to run wire all around it, then you're going to get faster internet. I'm not going to be showing you guys on how to do any of that. And what I can straight up tell you is that how I got this in the video without sacrificing my internet is because I have a different box, which is the last generation box that my landlord's using. This is the one that Shaw gave to me when I was in my last house, and I failed to give it back to them. So when I move out of this house and move into a new house, I most likely will be going through Shaw internet because of the fact that I don't like TELUS DSL. If you know anything about my YouTube channel, I do not support DSL whatsoever because even TELUS's network says, yeah, I can get anywhere between 25 to 50 megs on our highest package, which is really concerning to me because when I was on Shaw's network, it was always actually faster than what they said it should be. So that's why I don't like DSL. But I don't really like Shaw's, $50 a month, or actually in this case $70 a month attitude to their internet. So with me moving into a new house and going back on Shaw once again on my personal account, like I'm on my landlord's account right now, I want a deal from Shaw, and that's how we're going to get cheaper internet, well, good internet for a really good price. So I'm going to use my phone here and we're going to be calling Shaw. Hopefully they are actually open right now. So we're going to go into my phone, we're going to look up Shaw's phone number. I didn't think, I should have had this all set up, but I don't. We're going to go here. Actually, right here. So hopefully we can talk to a sales rep. They might be out of the building for now because it is 11 o'clock. And hopefully they do contact or pick up.
Thank you for choosing Shaw. Our office is currently closed.
Okay.
If you are calling,
apparently we need to call a different number. Now I got to be kind of careful here because TELUS does actually slip in their particular phone number in these particular areas, so hopefully this is Shaw's contact number. I might get technical support, but they may be able to give me a deal.
please press 1 or 9. For product and technical support, press 1. For new customers or customers who want additional services, equipment activation, or have scheduled appointments, press 2.
I'm probably gonna.
If you are not currently a Shaw customer and would like to order new services, press 1. If you are a Shaw customer, our office is currently closed. If you are calling for technical support, we are available 24 hours per day, 7 days a week, including all holidays. Please call back and select the appropriate.
It's funny how Shaw doesn't actually say, click star to go back to main menu. Nope, just call back. Like, what a lazy flippant system they have. So I'm going to recall these guys back, and we're going to try to maybe get tactical support to maybe tell Shaw to give me a call maybe for tomorrow. Like, this might be a 2-part series.
1 or stay on the line. For product and technical support, press 1.
1.
Did you know that you can visit our website to learn about and order products and services, including the new Pick and Pay channels available for limited TV? We welcome you to visit us at www.shaw.ca.
For TV support, including Gateway, press 1. For internet support, including Shaw Go Wi-Fi, press 2. For home phone, if your internet is not working, please unplug the power of your Shaw internet.
I wonder if I go to Shaw's website, maybe they got the deals on there.
Wait 10 seconds, then plug it back in. Please wait up to 5 minutes to see if you have a connection to the internet. If you are still not able to connect to the internet, please stay on the line for the next available representative. More information can be found online at community.shaw.ca.
Ooh, internet and TV for $90
Please
through
hold while I
Shaw.
transfer you. Shaw is committed to protecting the privacy of its customers. Please note that this call will be recorded for quality coaching and record-keeping purposes in accordance with Shaw's privacy policy.
Hi, this is Alex in the Shaw Communications Nanaimo office. May I ask who's calling?
My name is Michael Gill.
Michael. How's it going today, Michael?
I'm not too bad.
Good. good. What can I help you out with today?
Hey, when does your guys' sale department open out of curiosity?
The sales department?
Yeah.
Usually around 7 or 8 in the morning, I think.
Is that Pacific time, Eastern time, Mountain time?
That would be... so each office would be... Let me think here.
Oh.
It would be Pacific time, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
For us. Yeah, so like our office, like our guys come in at about... There's a couple of people that show up at around 7, and then the bulk of them come in around 8 or 9.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Do you guys know about any deals that are going on right now with your guys' service? Like, was with you guys at some point. Like, I was with you guys about a year ago, and I'm looking to come back to you guys. Do you have any current deals that are on?
Oh yeah, absolutely. What kind of services are you thinking about?
I want internet, but I want a lot of bang for my buck right now.
So our sort of flagship offer that we have for the internet right now is our new Internet 150 plan.
Okay.
So that's sort of the fastest internet that we offer.
Okay.
And I can see this being more essential as time goes on because we just keep using more and more bandwidth as we fall in love with the internet, right? The introductory offer we have is it's a part of a 2-year sort of agreement with us.
Okay.
The first year comes at $49.90 a month.
Okay.
For the first year, and that price is sort of like locked in, guaranteed. You don't have to. It's not going to go up or anything like that.
Okay.
And then the second year goes up to about $79.90 per month for the second year. And then after that, if you wanted to continue on that plan, regular price for Internet 150 is at $100 a month, or we'll probably have some sort of promo at that time, right? So
okay, because my concerning problem is with your guys' network, because I'm going into an apartment building. Typically, how many cables go to an apartment building?
It depends on the size of the building, I guess. But we would have usually they have enough sort of infrastructure in place for like to get the signal strong enough to each unit in the apartment complex. Like I actually live in an apartment building too. It's probably got about 20 units or so.
Okay.
And it's my internet seems fine.
Like, are you going?
And everything seems fine.
So I guess my next question to you is that if somebody's using a lot of bandwidth within the apartment, is the people within the apartment itself going to feel the bandwidth drop?
No. The area of which the bandwidth is sort of allocated is a lot larger than just one apartment building. It would be like a multiple blocks worth of area. And that's something that we sort of monitor on a regular basis and then do upgrades. I can take a look right now. If you know the location, I can tell you if it is like a busy area for internet traffic right now.
Okay, just give me one moment. Is usually about 11:30 is high bandwidth times?
11:30? Yeah, usually I find the highest bandwidth usage is like dinner time till about 10 p.m. And then after that, it tends to slow down a lot. So.
Well, my address is going that I'm thinking about moving to is.
Street.
Yes.
And that's in West Lot there?
That's in Edmonton.
Oh, it's in Edmonton. Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right, here. Let me take a look. I'll run a poll on the area over say like the last 5 days, and we'll see what kind of trends it shows up there for like the usage.
Okay, because my biggest problem is if I sign into a 2-year contract, I expect to get good internet from you because I know TELUS Fiber is coming into that zone in summer, and I know TELUS Fiber will be able to handle anything.
Oh yeah, we've actually done some tests on our hybrid fiber coax network, and we can support gigabit speeds already.
How is that possible?
We don't have to lay any lines to do it.
Really?
Yeah, that's true. So you can expect that maybe in the future from us. That's absolutely something that we were like, oh, TELUS is running all these fiber connections. What's going to happen with us? And so we ran some tests, and we were like, all we have to do is change a couple of things back at the head end, like in the main office and say Edmonton and Calgary and stuff, a couple of the nodes there, and we're good to go for gigabit speeds.
Oh, nice. I thought you guys would have to rip out everything and put new shit in.
No, and that's one of the bonuses is that we've already got like, and that's anywhere in our network, right? So we don't have to lay lines anywhere. Like, we just have to change a couple of things and it's ready to go.
Okay, I didn't think Coaxa was capable. I thought Coax was only capable of 170 megs or megabits per second.
No, it's there's different, I guess, standards of communication, and the DOCSIS 3.0 is kind of the standard that everyone's using right now, and so DOCSIS 3.1 is coming out as the newer standard, and so that's where we just have to sort of do the upgrades. Not unlike TELUS, I think once they get to your house, it still goes down the twisted pair wire a lot of the time.
No, in Westlock, Alberta, they actually ran fiber right to the building, because I seen them put it into the old company I worked for.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I know for a fact that it is fiber right to the building. It's not like it goes to DSL or something.
Yeah, we're not too worried though. I mean, like I said, we've done our checks, and seems like everything should be good. So
okay, so one big
so just checking the area here right now. One of my systems is showing sort of the history. Doesn't seem like there's any sort of high traffic for upstream and downstream. I'm just going to take a look over, say, the last. Let's look at the last 48 hours here, and we'll see what it says.
So, out of curiosity, then, will the upload speed get better with you guys? Because I am always transferring files back to the internet. We're talking like gigabyte files. Will the 15 megabits per second download ever get upped at some point? Because I know TELUS is doing 150 megs as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as far as I know, like, there's really no, like, nobody's really told me anything.
Okay.
As to whether it's going to be upped or not. I would assume, like, as time progresses, those numbers will increase. Like, we just recently, last year, increased our internet 30 from, like, 2 megabits per second up to 5, because they're like, you know what, we need more upload bandwidth, right, for these people.
Well, like I said, I do a bunch of stuff on the internet, so I'm always transferring gigabyte files back to the internet. So I need a heftier upload than, like, I need the download,
sure.
but the upload
like,
is needed.
People want to do like a 4K video stream, you're going to need that 15 megabit per second connection.
Yeah.
At least, right?
But yeah, that's basically. So what's the speed in the area?
In your area?
Well, I mean, the area that I'm thinking of looking into.
It's looking great. It's like the traffic over the last couple of days here, the highest it ever got on your node was at about 68% full.
Okay.
For downstream traffic, and then for upstream traffic, the highest it ever got was actually tonight, but that was about 80% full, and that was just one of the cards, so I'd say probably about 75% full.
What does cards mean?
Oh, so each node has a certain number of, we'll call them cable cards, that the modems will connect to. And
so
some of the more advanced modems will connect to multiple cards at the same time, sort of spreading out that bandwidth over the cards. Each card is sort of got the ability to transfer a certain bitrate speed, right?
So, out of curiosity then, is that the newest modem, the Hippon modem that you guys basically have?
Yeah, that's the newest one there, yeah.
And that's the one that can also go to all different cards? And out of curiosity, is a card basically where your guys' cables along the poles go back to the fiber line or whatever? Like, I assume it's a fiber line.
I guess so. Like, all the cables do go into these different cards, but multiple cables can connect to. Like, you can have one card, and that card can be rated for, say, 1 gigabit. So everybody who's connected to that one card would share that gigabit, right?
Okay.
And then and whatever the upload is. In your area, it looks like there's actually 24 cards set aside for the download, and about 4 cards set aside for the upload.
So based upon those numbers,
space there, yeah.
So based upon those numbers you gave to me, is that based upon the cards that you just said, or based upon one card?
Those numbers I give to you is all the cards that are in that same node in your area. So,
okay.
So what happens is it's like one of those little boxes outside of somebody's house. There's 24 downstream cards in one of those boxes, the one that your house particularly connects to, and then there's about 4 upstream cards. And with the Hytron modem, it's like comparative to, say, older modems would only connect to one card, and that was it. The Hytron modems will multiplex between multiple cards at the same time.
So,
kind of spreading the load, basically. basically.
So is the older cards, out of curiosity, the Motorola version of your old cards?
Yes.
So
yeah, like those surfboards, Motorola surfboards, those would connect to one downstream channel and one upstream channel at the same time.
Okay, gotcha. So if I sign into this contract, out of curiosity, what happens if you guys aren't keeping your end of your speeds? Like, let's say I'm always constantly catching my network speed at, let's say, 100 megabytes or megabits per second when it should be 160. What happens if I'm constantly seeing this?
So, because sometimes that'll happen where, like, if it's like, if there's problems in the area or poor wiring or all sorts of different reasons.
Yeah.
If we're, you call in and say, hey, you know what? I've got a hardwired connection going to the modem. I'm only getting 100 megabits per second. Where's my 150? We'll send a technician out. We'll send another technician out. And then, after a certain amount of time, we're going to have to sit down and have that discussion with you. It's like, okay, well, we aren't providing you with the speeds that you're paying for. So we'll have to look at some sort of either level of compensation or try to figure out what's going on there. But we usually like to send out at least a couple of technicians to try and figure out the problem first.
Okay, because like I said, we got TELUS coming into the area within like next summer, and I don't want to get stuck in a contract that I'm not seeing, what I was advertised, because I've had that happen before. I don't know if you're familiar with the company MCS Net. They said I was going to get 20 megs per second, then I was only getting 6. I couldn't get their newest technology, signed the contract already, couldn't get out of it without paying $160 back to them. And on that side note, how much is the contract to get out of it if it comes down to something like having to leave?
Yeah, so what we have, like, the way we've got our sort of contract set up is, it's a promise to keep the internet services with us at a minimum speed of internet 15 for the remainder of the 2 years. So you don't have to be on internet 150. You can actually go down. Of course, the price will drop if you go down, right? If you did absolutely want to get out of the contract early, I do believe it's $15 per month remaining in the contract is what it works out to be.
Okay.
It's like an early buyout sort of a thing, right?
So, for example, like, let's say for some reason I don't want the once internet 50. Is there any other promotions that are going on in the lower accounts? Like the lower...
I was just trying to pull up our other offers that we have here now.
Because to tell you the truth, I would rather gradually get to the 150 at some point. I just want to make sure your guys' speed are there.
Oh, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let's see. We do have introductory offers that are independent of the 2-year value plan for Internet 150. I just want to see here. That's a 2-year, no contract.
Because, like I said, I know this shouldn't be a big issue for me, but like I said, if for some reason the cable's going to the apartment or overloaded or something, that could be a concerning issue.
You never know, right? Because,
to tell you the truth, right now, where I'm actually living right now, I'm supposed to get 15 megs per second, but I'm only seeing about 8 to 9 at most times for some reason. Like, if I test my speed right now, it's gonna be probably okay. But this is the old modem too. Like, I have the HIPRON because I failed to give it back to you guys, and I'm basically renting. I'm actually renting off somebody right now that has the older technology router.
Oh yeah. We would probably want to, upgrade at least to one of those like Cisco brand ones, because I think those ones would connect to 4 different cards at the same time.
So what does the HIPRONs connect to?
Oh, a ridiculous number. It's like 12 or 20 or something like that.
So technically, the HIPRONs are actually better than the Cisco then.
Yeah, well, there's
because I've seen the Cisco ones in the business.
There's these newer Cisco ones that we have.
Okay.
And then there's the older Cisco ones. So let me just pull it up here. So we've got our new Hitron and Cisco, and then there's the old Cisco. So the new Hitron and Cisco connect to 24 downstream channels and 8 upstream channels.
Okay.
At a time. And then the older Cisco would connect to 8 downstream channels and 4 upstream channels at a time.
I thought Cisco ones were more of a business router, because it only has the one it only has the one Wi-Fi network, like the 2.4 channel, right?
On the older Cisco's, yeah, that's right. It only has usually the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection there. The newer Cisco ones that we have, which are pretty much basically the same as the Hytron ones. So they got the 2.4 as well as the 5 gigahertz in like a 3x3 antenna, and then it connects up to multiple downstream and upstream channels there.
Okay, and
I did find a promotional offer here available without the 2-year value plan, like just a month-to-month offer.
Okay.
And so it's Internet 150, $60 a month is what it is.
How long is that on for?
For 1 year, and then you're not locked into it or anything like that.
That's not too bad. And then it stays at 160. Like, there's a possible chance it can go up, but
yeah, the only so yeah, $60 a month, promotional price for a year, and that might go, like, we usually do rate increases every August-ish, you know, so it might go up by like $2 or $3 at that time. But then after the 1 year is up, then the Internet 150 would go to its sort of regular price. And at that time, you can choose what you want to do. You can probably sign up with some sort of a 2-year value plan at that time if you'd like. Even halfway, like 3 months in, if you're satisfied, you can probably sign up right there and then.
And then save myself $10. But
$60 a month is a little bit less than the $79.90, so it would almost make sense just to roll with that.
Yeah, because if it's only at $60, then I'm going to be paying $80 within the next 2 years, right?
That's right, yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's probably better just stay with this at this point. Yeah, like, okay. That pretty much gives me everything I need to know. The only thing that I'm kind of curious with is the Hypron router that I have. Is the model, like, if I give you the model number, you'll be able to tell me if it's the newest one?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what's the model number there?
I think it's CGNM2250.
CGNM2250. All right, let me take a quick look here.
I also have the model. It's, yeah, actually, wait, it's the same thing. Never mind.
No.
I thought I found something else.
CGNM2250. Yeah, that's the latest one there.
Okay. And an
odd... the same one I have at my house, actually.
Okay. And an odd question for you. I actually have a really high-tech modem. Well, not a modem, but a high-tech wireless router that can do stupid speeds for everything, because I use my Steam account across many computers. Is there any way that if I basically use this box that you guys have given me and then wire it off my router, because it's got memory capabilities to save inside of it and stuff, will that interfere with speed if I have basically... What am I trying to say here? Have your guys' Hypron going into a wireless router? Is that going to cause a speed issue?
I've seen it happen before, where if somebody has like their own sort of router hooked up to the modem, for whatever reason, there's communication problems or something like that, and oftentimes I find that with like Apple AirPorters.
Okay.
Because the AirPorter will generate a lot of its own traffic for some reason.
Like, this is a Asus, like, top-of-the-line one that I pretty much have. Like, it's not, like, I mean, it's like second from the top of the line, because I need to transfer data fast on Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Well, and what we can do is, with the modem portion of this Hytron router, we can put it into a bridged mode, so that it just disables all of the Hytron's routing capabilities, and then you would just, the IP address would just get assigned to your router, basically.
Because right when I plugged in my Asus router, it didn't even, I didn't have to reconfigure it. It just, I think it knew that it was plugged into something already. Because I didn't, like, I think...
Sometimes that'll happen, yeah.
Because there's many people in this house, I figured it's just safer to have my own wireless router, and then they can use theirs.
That's probably for the best, yeah. Yeah, it's usually pretty automatic. What we would do is on our side, we would just put in like a little code that would cause when the Hytron modem boots up to boot up into that sort of safe, or not safe mode, into that bridge mode.
Okay.
And so essentially, yeah, it just suppresses all of the wireless functionality of it, any routing stuff inside of it. It just basically turns it into one of those old Motorola modems, but with the ability to connect to the the 24 cards and everything like that. And then it just
Okay.
passes the data down. I think only the top one or top two ports on the back of the modem become active at that time.
Wait, sorry, what's that mean? Like, are you talking about those blue ports on the top?
No, like the actual like Ethernet ports.
So the ones that I can plug in?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Why does it only activate 2?
It's just so what happens when you bridge it, right?
Oh wait, I think I can answer my own question because your wireless router becomes the plugins, right?
That's right.
Okay, there we go.
So you know, it's only going to get like the IP address that we assign.
Yeah.
Will only go to one device, then through the modem to whatever's behind it.
Okay.
Unless you have 2 IP addresses on your account, then the top 2 will get activated, right?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, that's pretty much all the questions I have. Actually, sorry, I keep saying one more question, but what's up with these?
good.
What's up with these USB ports on the top? Are they meant to like unplug saving drives into it, or what are they meant for?
Those I'm sure had some sort of functionality when they came out of the factory, but they have been disabled essentially. There's really no use for them right now. Probably when Hitron developed these modem routers, they made it so that because sometimes people would get their internet connections through like a USB connection.
Okay.
But I remember a long time ago that there was that ability on some modems, but they have been disabled, so they don't. Although what I have heard is that you can actually plug like your phone into it and it will charge your phone.
Okay, because I like
But,
like my wireless router, I has ability to save inside of it, but I also have ability to plug in a huge drive into the back and have it saved to that.
Oh, like right on the router, like a
Yeah.
direct sort of like backup sort of thing?
Like if I have all the computers accessing, let's say the same particular file or whatever, I can just save it right onto the router.
Oh, like
Through-
a network drive. Oh, that's
Yeah.
really nice. No, that's super convenient, yeah. It sounds like you have a really good router there, so I would probably suggest, like, if we were setting ourselves up with that Hitron modem, to put it in the bridge mode so that you can take advantage of its functionality there for sure.
Okay.
I have a buddy in the office here, he's got a really nice router at his house. He ended up actually upgrading the RAM in his router to be like 10 gigs or something like that. Or 12 gigs.
I think mine's 5 gigs or 7 gigs. I need a high bandwidth router.
What are you going to do with it? He's like, so apparently what this router will do now is it will, in real time, look at packets that go through the router and do like a virus scan right there and then.
Mine, I don't think is that high tech, but because I'm running Steam, like I got a $1,500 computer system that's got like top of the line graphic cards and stuff like about 2 years ago or whatever, and I use a Steam account across, like I got a computer at the other side of the house, a computer at the other side of the house that can access the main system and play Steam games from the main system, so I don't have to have, 3 different computers across the house. It's just streaming it, so I need that extra bandwidth to take through the router.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
And moving files back and forth also helps. But is it possible that a sales guy could call me back within maybe the next 3 days or so we can set something up?
Yeah, I can definitely do that. What kind of preference would you have for like a callback time?
Most likely, probably, let me, I'm planning to have you guys probably set up by, I'm hoping the 16th if I can get the apartment by then. But if you guys can call me back, probably around, is it 8 o'clock work for you guys? Or is that too late for your guys' sales team?
Oh, no, 8 p.m. is totally fine.
Like
yeah.
8 o'clock at night, not a.m.
Yep. That would be like mountain time?
Yes, mountain time, definitely.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, 8 o'clock, mountain time. I'm just writing down all the the location and stuff like that, so they know what to look for here.
And when you guys go to set this up, it's just a simple. I'll tell you the address on the back. All I do is grab the cable that you gave to me when I got this from you, plug it in, we're good to go. You don't have to send a sales guy or a guy to come in.
Most of the time, it really does depend on the address. So if there was somebody living in this apartment suite, say within the last few months or something like that, and they recently moved out, and they had Shaw Internet with us, any sort of address over the last year, we've just been kind of leaving connected, so that, you can just screw the coaxial cable in, hook it up to the modem, and gravy, right?
Wait,
there are
sorry.
some addresses, though.
Sorry,
Where
what's
we may end up having to send somebody out to actually hook up the connection to the apartment.
So, but if there's many people in the apartment that already have your guys' Shaw connection, let's say the guy above me has it already, you guys don't have to rerun anything. It's just a simple click of the button, right?
Sort of. So what happens is each of the rooms go down into like a utility room.
Yeah.
And there's literally like a room that's just got like row after row after row after row of cable wire for each unit. So sometimes what'll happen is if somebody was physically disconnected in that utility room, we would have
Okay,
to go
gotcha.
in and reconnect up that unit, right?
So, for example, let's say in an apartment of 20 people, usually, how many cables usually service an apartment like that then?
So each
So I think he said something about it, but I'm not sure what the answer was exactly.
from what I understand, each apartment would have its own individual connection.
Is it going back?
Back to back to the closet, and then once it gets to that point, probably with some various like boosters and things like that, there'll probably just be one or maybe two lines that actually go out to the pole.
Okay.
And all of those, I'm not too sure what the ratio is, but there's sort of like a, you don't want more than like 5 or 10 devices on one line, sort of a thing, right?
Yeah, gotcha. Because
and they also want the ability to be able to disconnect individual units too, right?
So is it like a big splitter that the main cable comes in and then it goes off to everybody, or is it multiple splitters jumping off each other? Because I've been told that the more splitters you add, the worse the connection becomes.
That's right, yeah. You lose about 3 decibels per splitter worth of signal. It would be one sort of main splitter that would split them all off. It's not like it would go up to the 3rd floor and then the 3rd floor splits into 5 units.
No, I
and then
hope
each unit
not.
Splits into, yeah.
So
It's like, I think each unit would have a wire going down to like a utility room where it just kind of gets multiplexed out into like one cable. And then in your own unit, if you have 5 outlets in your unit, it'll split it 5 times for that there, but that's about it, right?
But when it splits it 5 times, we're talking one splitters in the play, right? Like we're not talking split.
That's right, yeah, just one. So I think probably the most number of splits you'd see in your average apartment would be like one split in the utility room, splitting it to all the different units, and then one splitter per unit, splitting it to the different outlets in that unit. So if you have like 2 cable connections in your apartment, like one in the living room, one in the bedroom, split twice, right?
Okay, I gotcha. And if this is a big apartment, for example, because mine's pretty huge up to my knowledge, and let's say I'm having connection problems from one side of the apartment to the other, is it possible to get another box from you guys that if let's say there's a cable hooking in one room and across the other side of the apartment, let's say in my room there's another hook in, is it possible just to get 2 routers and have them somehow bounce off each other or whatever? You know what I kind of mean, right? Like,
yeah, it can be done, but we would have to charge for 2 connections essentially at that point.
So it's 2 connections from you
we can't
guys?
just split like one connection between the 2 routers, sort of thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It would be 2 separate, like almost internet packages.
So is there, you guys have I'm trying to think what it's called. It basically jumps the Wi-Fi over to the other side, and it grabs your Wi-Fi and makes another Wi-Fi signal or whatever.
Oh, like sort of like a range extender sort of a thing?
Well, I was talking, like, you had it correct the first time I was asking, but if you can't do something like that to what I asked before, you guys have those range extensions?
I think we used to a while ago. Not anymore, though. Unfortunately, we don't have any sort of range extenders. Although they are all compatible with our system. Like if you had, say you had like one room in your house where the Wi-Fi just doesn't quite seem to get there.
Well, I know that the 5 gigahertz connections don't go through walls really well.
Not very well, it's true. So I have a small apartment. It's like kitchen, living room, 1 bedroom.
Yeah.
And if I close my bedroom door, I still get the 5G from the modem in the living room, but it does drop a couple of bars, right?
Well, I noticed with the 5 gigahertz connection, if you drop, I think, down to 3 bars, it jumps down to the same speed as the 2.3.
I could see that, for sure, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, and to really take advantage of, like, some of the technology that the 5 gigahertz network does, it's definitely good to be in the same room.
Yeah.
So you can, it's got this weird like beam forming kind of stuff that it does. It's really fancy stuff, but yeah, you're totally right. So if you wanted to sort of extend that into another room, I guess the best thing to do would be to either.
Because the only thing I can think of is power
like a
line
range extender, I guess. But unfortunately, we don't really have anything like that, on hand ourselves.
The only thing I can think of is either that or going through power line, but I'm not too sure how reliable that is.
Right, I heard that that's not. You won't get very fast through that, and if you do any sort of like audio work, you'll introduce a lot of noise into your electrical line, which can you can hear that in the audio too. So.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think that pretty much answers all my questions. What day will they be calling me roughly?
I can set it up for tomorrow if you want, or the next day. It's really up to you.
Is it possible we could set it up for? I'm thinking the 17th, because I'll probably get moved in on the 15th if everything goes good, and then I'll spend a day bored, and then I'll have you guys set up.
Okay, so maybe get us to give you a call, like maybe a week before that, just to arrange like.
Well, we're roughly at a week right now, a week before.
Oh, are we? I guess we are already at a week.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, we can set it up right now if you want for that date.
I'm not too sure on the apartment yet. It's the thing.
Oh, okay.
I haven't confirmed it yet.
Okay, yeah, no worries. So yeah, what I would do then is either I can get somebody to give you a call back over the next couple of days or something like that. To see or like when do you figure you'd know when the apartment would be yours or not?
Within the next 2 days, I just have to fill out the rest of the paperwork and stuff. And after that, it's just a simple go sign the paperwork and all that stuff.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. No. I can get somebody to give you a call back in a couple of days then.
Okay.
And we'll see how and then at that point, just so because I'm hesitant to get somebody to call you back around like the 16th or 17th in case we end up getting really busy. And then it's like another week before we can get the services in there.
Okay. Gotcha. Do you guys do weekend calls, or are you guys off for those?
Oh yeah, we do weekend Saturday, Sunday, no problem.
Because you could probably even call me on the 14th. I should know something by then.
Oh sure. Yeah, no, not a problem at all.
Okay. And that day you can pretty much call me. Well, Saturday, you'd have to call me roughly around 6 o'clock.
Around 6 o'clock?
Yeah, 6 o'clock on is good.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got that all written down here, so, yep.
Okay.
It's all in the calendar here.
Okay, thanks then.
No worries. Awesome. And yeah, if you have any other questions or anything like that, we are open 24/7 here, so you can even call in the middle of the night and be like, I just thought of something,
Okay.
Alright, so there we go.
Hey, I do have one question. It was a problem that I had with my router when I was with you guys too. Do these routers now reset themselves? Because I noticed now and then I had to manually unplug these things now and then to get it to go, get your network to work again. Does that problem still exist in these HIPRONs?
They don't on an average regular basis reset themselves unless somebody sort of prompts them to.
Okay.
So they different times when I've seen them reset themselves is like, say, a firmware update gets pushed out.
Okay.
Then it'll download the firmware update, reset itself, and then come back up with the new firmware. Yeah, if there's ever sort of a problem with the network, then it'll kind of reset itself to try and get its connection back up sometimes.
Okay, gotcha. So, you said that there could be possibly 2 splitters in the network. How much speed are you going to lose from those 2 splitters on a 150 meg connection?
I don't think you'd lose any speed. Realistically, I'm looking at my apartment. I'm pretty sure it's a smaller apartment, but I'm sure it's been split at least a couple of times. And I think any sort of real speed loss will occur. Most of the time, where I see speed loss is when people connect up with the Wi-Fi. So
on your personal Wi-Fi?
What's that?
What do you mean by connect onto your Wi-Fi? Do you mean like there's people in the building that just share one Wi-Fi?
No. Like when when people connect to their own Wi-Fi, to the Wi-Fi, to like the Hytron modem's Wi-Fi of their own, like a 2.4 gigahertz network, though it can get up to XXX megabits per second, I rarely see it functioning faster than about 60 megabits per second.
I've been told that the 1.3 the network can lose about 25% of the speed. Is what I've been told.
Yeah, just from what I've noticed, 2.4 gigahertz network on 150 megabit per second connection. Usually, I'm seeing around 60. And then with the 5 gigahertz connection, I see a range anywhere between like 100 to 120-ish, depending, and that really depends on the environment. So, like, is there a lot of other modems in the area? Is there a lot of interference?
But if you were hardwired in, you'd see the full speed.
You'd see the full 150, and on top of that, we actually do provision about 185 into the modems just to compensate for any sort of loss that might occur.
Okay. Alrighty then.
I've seen, like myself, I get up to about 170 on a regular day. If it's a bad day, it's 150 hardwired, and if it's a good day, I get up to like 185.
Okay, gotcha. Alrighty, that pretty much answers several of my questions then.
Perfect. No worries. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess you'll probably hear from us now, probably like this weekend maybe, and we'll see how things are going there.
Okay.
And, one thing I should get from you before I let you go, what's a good phone number to reach you at? Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure.
Because nothing's really changed other than the address.
Oh, I see. Right. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Because it should be like 10521 or something down that line.
Right. Okay. Okay. Perfect. All right. It's all in there.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. No worries. Yeah. No. Thanks for calling in. And yeah, maybe we'll talk to you again later.
Okay. See ya.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You know why I like Shaw? I'm not saying TELUS is bad. I'm not saying that one bit. Well, actually, I will probably do a comparison video in the near future, but what I'm going to say is that I like Shaw because they just simply tell you, it's this way, this is what happens, if you don't like it, this is the solutions to the issue, and I like how TELUS basically, right when you call, which we saw a few seconds ago, well, not a few seconds ago, over 41 minutes ago, just before we started, like just after we started this video, I got through right to Shaw, like that. I'm going to be doing a comparison video in the near future of tech support TELUS versus Shaw, because I can straight up tell you, I tried calling TELUS on this apartment to ask them if TELUS fiber was coming, and what I can simply tell you, TELUS basically told me it was going to be about a 40 flippin' minute wait to talk to somebody, where Shaw was just as simple like that, and I had somebody on the phone. Maybe it's times, I don't know, but every time I've noticed I've called Shaw about problems, they're there within a few seconds of calling and they're answering my problems. I've had a few times I've had to wait like 5 minutes, but compared to a 45 or 40 minute wait versus a 5 minute wait, this is why I like Shaw. Now, it's quite interesting to hear about their gigabit solutions that will be coming in the near future. I don't know when they're coming in the near future, but what I will say, that this is going to definitely give TELUS a run for their money. Now, the reason why I say that this is going to give TELUS a little bit of a run for its money is because if it's true what Shaw has told me about, it's just a simple put new cards into the box and flick the switch, this is going to make TELUS extremely nervous, because all it is flick the switch, no upgrades whatsoever, and the way that the internet gets to you on Shaw's end, you're at gigabit internet speeds. Unlike TELUS's little solution where it's on DSL, and DSL only can do the max of 50 megs per second. It may be able to do a little bit more than that, but don't count on it. This is why you see many times when basically TELUS advertise their network, it can get anywhere between 25 to basically 50 megs per second, which scares me if I'm giving you money, TELUS, and you're not going to always have the fastest speed that's possible at all times. Unlike Shaw tells me that yes, it should be possible pretty much all the time. Because when I look at TELUS's network, when it goes from 25 to 50 megs, so it's saying, yeah, we can get like a 25 difference in speed, that really nervouses me, and it would make me really nervous to go into a contract with TELUS. And this is even why I'm a little nervous to go into a contract with Shaw on their 2-year value plan. This is why I love the plan that Shaw has basically told me, okay, look, Michael, $60 a month for 150 megs per second, that's really appealing to me to go get, because there's no contract, like I said, and I can opt out anytime I want. If I don't like the speed, let's say for some reason they're supposed to give me 150 megs per second down, which they said that they should be able to get me, but let's say it's always 90. So somewhere I'm losing, somewhere I'm like losing 60 megs per second and I'm paying for it and I'm not seeing it. I'd be calling up TELUS, waiting, 45 minutes on the phone to talk to somebody and saying, hey, look, is your fiber in yet? Yep. Is your 150 there? Yep. Is your upload 150? Yep. Which Shaw's only 15, just to let you know. Okay, get it to me, because you guys are here. I know you guys should be able to keep it because it's fiber. Fiber should be able to handle any speeds at any time because it's light-driven internet, meaning that it's running at the speed of light. So there should be no bandwidth issues, unlike Shaw, where there could be because everybody's on one cable trying to share the bandwidth, which I already did talk about a little bit in this video, which the guy did say that yes, there could be a bandwidth issue if somebody's taking all of it, but it would have to be many houses on the street doing it, and that's why I'm kind of scared of apartment if only one cable comes in and 20 people are trying to share that cable. So where this leaves me at the end of the day, love the deal you guys gave to me from Shaw, and I probably will be definitely taking it. If you guys basically got a deal like this from your service provider, let me know down in the comment box below. Now, just letting you guys know, TELUS probably won't give you a deal with their fiber coming in. They're trying to hold back as much money as possible, but try them anyway. Again, 45-minute wait if you guys want to do talk to TELUS, but let me know if you guys managed to get the deal or not get a deal. Let me know down in the comment box below. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys later for more videos like this.